almost as important, if not more important, the offensive line. The problem is all eyes are going to be on the quarterback, and the offensive line, it'll go way under the radar. They don't do tackle football. It's really hard to judge offensive linemen in training camp, but I got to try because I feel like the reason I'm sort of lukewarm on this particular team is the offensive line. I like the defense. I like the weapons. I like the quarterback, even though he's unproven. I've seen him in practice. I think he's really promising. The offensive line, though, you got an excellent left tackle and a bunch of question marks. Can they answer any of those questions in training camp? Are they going to be constantly trying a new person at right tackle or a new person at left guard? Because if they do that, then whichever quarterback it is in trouble big time. And this is a team that's had a lot of injuries at quarterback the last few years.
Iggy, could you go starting at left tackle and as of today, who you think the starting offensive linemen are and give them a tentative grade, knowing that the grade is meaningless once things start?
Okay, left tackle, Trent Williams, A+, best in the game. Left guard, Aaron Banks, didn't play last year. Might be the worst starter on the team until he proves something. I'm going to have to give him a D.
You know what? Give him a no grade for now.
A no grade. Let's give him a no grade. Kind of like what Trey Lance would get, right? A no grade.
No grade for now.
Jake Brendel is 29 years old. He started 3 games in his career. He's going to be the starting center. He was the Niners' backup center last year. The offensive line coach really likes him. He's had him for a long time, but he's played 6 snaps the last 3 years. That's their starting center. 29, knows the offense. I don't know.
So let's give him a no grade.
No grade. Okay. No grade, although he's 29 years old. Right guard, Daniel Brunskill, same guy. B-.
B-.
B-. He's okay. C+, okay. B-. And then the right tackle is Mike McGlinchey, B-, but he's hurt. So if not him, then it'll be someone who didn't start last year, like Justin School or Jalen Moore. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
I mean, they have one great offensive lineman, but no one else you would say is even necessarily good. Although maybe someone will step up and establish themselves. They need that.
And they like their power running to the left because of Trent Williams.
And you can bring Kittle over there and have Juszczyk and really run on the perimeter. But what about pass protection? What about running to the right? What about running up the middle? Because Laken Tomlinson was a very good guard. He's gone.
I've noticed with McGlinchey, he's better at run blocking than protecting the quarterback. Would you agree?
No question.
No question.
No, I mean, that's how all the 49ers offensive linemen are except for Williams. And I think what Kyle thinks is it's a run-first team. Pass protection is really valuable. Why don't I go the other direction and get guys who specialize in run blocking and have a really good running team? That's great. But what happens on 3rd and 7? What happens in a 2-minute drill? What happens when you're down late in the game? You gotta pass block at some point. So Trey Lance is going to be having to make people miss. And that's what the Colts asked Andrew Luck to do for a long time, and you saw it happen. So it's important. This is very important. This is the future of the franchise. Can they protect him?
Okay. Yes, the future of the franchise.
Yeah.
You've got to really, really invest in protecting him. Otherwise, you're in a pickle.
Right. I mean, it's one thing to have a weak secondary, but having a weak offensive line could ruin the future of the franchise. So it's very important.
I think we've said in the past, the most important unit on a team is the offensive line.
Yes, absolutely. And the Niners are being very casual about it or confident, one or the other.
Well, I would say there's history for that. When Bob McKittrick was their offensive line coach forever, on those Super Bowl teams, he had late draft choices, not very famous guys. Mm-hmm. And look what he did. Yep. So maybe that's they're feeling. Who's their offensive line coach?
Chris Forster, who is good.
He's good. So maybe, it's the Bob McKittrick tradition. Yep. And if that's the case, God love him.
Yep. And, Mike Shanahan did the same thing in Denver. He did. Same exact thing. Late drafted offensive lineman. A couple questions, and we'll get back to our storylines. Irfan says, did you see the report about Baker and the Panthers? Apparently, the Panthers are interested in trading for Baker Mayfield. So that's a team that wouldn't trade for Jimmy. But it's possible that if Baker Mayfield goes to the Panthers, that the Browns would want to trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, considering Deshaun Watson might get suspended. We'll see. I saw it. We'll see what happens. Baker hasn't gotten traded yet. But potentially there could be a trade for Jimmy, a trading partner opening up soon. All right, back to our story.
Wait, if Baker gets traded to the Panthers, does that mean he needs to move to another stadium and live in another stadium, Iggy? Do you know those really important ads that he does where he lives in the stadium? Because I believe he lives in the stadium.
It's so funny.
Oh yeah, it just tickles me. And anyway, does he have to move into that stadium then?
I hate those commercials. Are they going to do those still if he's on the Panthers?
My feeling is Baker Mayfield should have worked harder at being a good quarterback than at being an actor. What do
I
you think?
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Whenever a quarterback tries to cross over and be a personality or an actor, I'm just like, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry. Tom Brady
Yeah,
didn't do that.
yeah. Right. Tom Brady didn't do that.
Peyton Manning didn't do that.
Joe Montana didn't do that.
No, it's too hard of a job. You can't.
But Baker Mayfield did.
Yeah, he's a crossover success. He's so engaging.